Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Yes, with your fan-friendly favorite, the multiplayer podcast, as always. Usual suspects. Oh, make sure we close this right. Usual suspects. Let me mute myself in the back. Man, as you guys come in, if you be so kind as to hit the like button, I guarantee we're gonna have a great time today. Like next year, I know I just went off air. I just did a show with Rand, had a great time. Um, talking games and other things. You know what I mean? He saved a lot of his car insurance. But as you guys are still coming in, who I got? Who the hell's in here yet? What Rocky there?
Yo, what's good?
Talk to me,
You
man.
know
How
what
old
I'm
is
saying?
the trip? Seasick?
Yo, you know what I'm saying? Now trip's been good. Man, it's snowing out here like a motherfucker though, bro. This place stays cold. Yeah, man. Shit stays cold out here, but so far from what I see, it's a beautiful place. My car hasn't arrived yet, so haven't been able to
your
travel.
Car too?
Yeah, I shipped my car. Yeah.
You got the Honda Civic out there?
Yeah, man. My
shit.
shit.
Did you have to pay for that, or the government did it?
No, the government paid for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take my Maxima down the Autobahn, bro. I'm gonna go Fast and the Furious up in that motherfucker. I'm gonna drop the hammer, But what's up with you, brother? Bro, didn't I tell you? I told you. I've been telling you since day one. I'm your only friend in these YouTube streets. Right? I told you this, bro. I told you, I told you the moment they don't need you,
yeah, right.
They're gonna drop you. See, it's clear what you needed was more mocap games.
They don't start that shit, man. Mocap game. We're gonna start the hashtag. I gotta pad the hashtag mocap game. Ask for more mocap games.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
But it's good, man. You know what I'm saying? But right now I'm just doing out of the hotel, podcasting out in the hotel. Gonna take about a month till I get my apartment. And it's gonna do what I do.
My son's eat clean house. You heard? The Sony ponies up in here. You heard?
I heard, man.
I heard. I had you, man. I can't trust them bots, man.
Yeah, the contract is signed and sealed. You see that? You see that PlayStation logo behind him?
Yeah, man. My man, the PlayStation Nation sent me a little lamp thing right here.
I'm saying we'll even include protection. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
We'll include security.
Look at that. Look at those LED lights that sent me like that, man. Damn.
That looking real nice. I like that look.
Gonna give me shit, but a hard way to go.
Don't worry.
Shit there.
D next, man. We're gonna give D the 2-year contract. You know what I'm saying? He be iffy.
We're gonna change his avatar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll hook him up. It's gonna be a nice blue avatar right behind him.
I'm down for negotiations.
He's gonna face the other way though.
Hey, look, he's open for negotiations. I'm always good for that, man.
Oh man, that's it. We're gonna create the super team.
The PS Plus program,
there we go.
The free game a month deal. You know what I'm saying? I'm down for the negotiation, man.
We're gonna figure. We're gonna figure out. We're gonna create the super team. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take over the industry.
Yeah.
But you know what? Real talk though, like this year, it is almost like I'm a pony because I'll be honest with you. The Sony games are the games that I'm really looking forward to.
There you go.
To be honest, I can't wait to play God of War. I can't wait to play the rest of the lineup that they have for the Spider-Man. The Detroit. Like I'm looking forward to these games more than anything on my preferred platform at this moment. The only game that's really got me hyped up on the Xbox side, to be honest, is State of Decay. That I want to play. I think that's going to be fire.
I want that.
And I know they haven't announced it yet, but I know they're going to announce it. And of course, the next Forza Horizon, I know that's going to be fire.
What the fuck happened to Sea of Thieves though? Yo, that shit's getting slaughtered in reviews.
Listen, these dudes is foaming out the mouth. I'm gonna show you a picture. This is rare. These dudes is foaming out the mouth. Hold on. Is it gonna start up? Share my screen real quick.
Oh shit.
You got dudes foaming out the mouth.
Oh my God.
Hey, come on, man.
These guys foaming out the mouth. Come on. These guys looking bogus out here.
Got my man Heap out here looking spooky, man. Do my man Heap.
Who's played on the panel? Everybody played it?
That's what we on? That's what we on now?
Post, what's up, Post?
Yo.
We gathered here today on this sad occasion.
Man.
Xbox.
Hey, Post, talk to me, man. What's going on, man?
Yo, Post.
R.I.P. Xbox. So hard to say goodbye.
Yeah.
I'm hearing Sea of L's.
Oh my God.
I'm hearing Sea of Diabetics. I'm hearing Sea of Piss. I'm hearing Sea of shit. I'm just hearing Sea of every goddamn thing that ain't.
Hold up. Hey, Paul, listen. I'm gonna give you the whole truth. Nothing but truth will help me PlayStation, right? Right?
Lord,
now listen here, right? Now I really didn't, I really didn't care for or the way that the game looked. I didn't have any high expectations for it. And also, like I said, and I felt the same way about PUBG, to be fair. You know what I mean? And it wasn't until I played PUBG that I actually got it. So I really went to see Thieves with an open mind, my nigga. Open mind. Me and Noah, I remember Garrett was hooking up some videos and shit. You know what Garrett be doing, memes and shit all goddamn night. And, so Norton hopped in, because I was about to get on gears. Norton hopped in, like, yo, come hop on to see Thieves with me, man. Shit crack. I'm trying to tell you, fucking shit crack. I said, boom, all right, boom. Hop on see Thieves. So start. The first I want to say I don't like how they had the black characters looking real like 12 years a slave, but that's another story for another goddamn day, right?
I couldn't even find one.
Yeah, you got to keep spinning the fucking things around.
I told y'all, stand by for the DLC. The Amistad.
Yeah,
Amistad's DLC coming.
I started to mention the map. Well, I had a shovel. I'm like, all right, what we got to do? You got to follow me way down the other end, walking and shit, walking. Hop on a boat. So we get on a boat. We in the bar. We hopped in there with two English dudes. I'm in Scotland or something. So we all on the bar. We on the boat, right? We riding about 15 minutes in and shit. So no, like, man, I gotta use the bathroom. My stomach hurt like a motherfucker. So I go use the bathroom and shit, right? We come back like 40 minutes.
My bad. I'm laughing at this comment. Nigga said he might got the Sonic rings.
Oh, stupid. Yeah. Hey, yo. So he go, Norton funny motherfucker. Something Norton go take his shit. So he come back about 20 minutes later, man. My stomach fucked up. I got down. Suddenly I ate some Taco Bell, so he gonna take another shit. Come back. So that's about 40 minutes of shitting right there. Nigga, we still selling. So about 25 minutes after that, he said, I got it, mate. We gotta find a black pig. A black pig? I said, oh, hell no. I'm done.
See, you was playing with the wrong people.
Nah.
Them boys did not know what they was doing. If he was shitting for 40 minutes and y'all was still selling, they didn't know what they was doing. No. Because when we jumped in the game, the last time doing it better, a good 15, 20 minutes in, we had about 5 chests that we had discovered and things. Like the only thing, the issue with the game is that it's no reward as far as when you complete something. Like it's no upgrades on the weapons. No perks or anything like that. The only things is that you get to customize things, but that is not satisfactory in this day and age when you got games out here that allow you, that give you that grind, but it gives you something to grind towards. And until Sea of Thieves gives you something to grind towards, then it'll continue to get the flack that it is. Overall, for the game that it is, it's a dope game. It's just missing some things that'll make it a great game.
But doesn't it sound so much like Destiny? That game, Destiny, remember the game?
Nah, Destiny you grind to get better level though.
Yeah, to get better. It's no level in there. It's no like it's no way you can get perks or add things or customize your guns and get better weapons. It's no leveling up and things like that. Of course, they got the thing where you can become the top pirate, but that's what the fuck I want to become a top only a top power for. I mean,
it's trash.
I mean the missions and shit is dope.
But there's a whole bunch of sticks.
Yeah, but it's just missing. If they add some perks to it, if they add some leveling to it, if they add some things that you could grind towards, then it'll become a dope game. You know what I'm saying? But right now, you know what I'm saying, ain't nothing to work towards, so people just gonna be like, I'm just doing this shit for nothing.
Oh, okay. Let me ask you a question. Flip it. Let me ask you a question. Whoever. Now we know we hear for so long that, how I guess how people say Rare was such a talented team, and then that Microsoft was finally taking the handcuffs off them. They're not making Kinect games. They're not making an Avatar game. Rare, they're free to go out there and make what they want. This game has been in production about 4 years. And now they're saying the game has launched with 10%, only about 10% content. Like to me, it feels like a Project Spark game. shouldn't be a $60 title. You know what I mean?
I guess that's what they do it on Games Edge.
When I first heard it, I thought it was going to be free to play. And to the chat, look, this is my opinion. You don't have to agree with what I'm saying. I don't expect you to agree with what I'm saying. I'm not on drugs or anything like that. This is my opinion. I'm not the type that go to Metacritics and before I purchase a game. I buy a game or play a game and form my own opinion, because another man playing the game can't tell me how I feel about that game until I pick up the controller. Fuck is y'all talking about in the chat? All y'all on drugs. Fuck is you talking about?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you all with the real. Now, I think I was a little bit wrong on the art direction of the game about it being cartoony. Yes, it is cartoony, but to be really honest with you, I do like the art direction. It is a beautiful looking game.
It looks beautiful.
There's no doubt. It is a beautiful looking game. And to add to Post Up's comment, I do think Z, you did play with the wrong people. To be honest with you,
you did. He did.
But at the same time, as good as I think the game looks and as fun as it is to play with friends, it is a game that has to be played in short bursts. Like I can't see myself playing that game, and I don't play that game for more than 2 hours at a time. Like after 2 hours, it gets a little bit stale. And I'll tell you why it gets a little bit stale. The missions seem to be all the same. They go to this island, find this, find these dead pirates, and all the skeletons look the same except they have a different hat on.
Yeah, now the raids was cool.
And the islands, they kind of look.
Okay. I have to say one thing. I would hate to remind you, and Post is a drug-free environment, and I would hate to question anyone's integrity. Now with that going, but from the D.
The whole chat.
You like the way this, I like to hear. I like to present you Exhibit A. This is CFE on the Xbox One X. And then you have God of War on the PS4 Slim. God damn!
I'm gonna stop you. The art, straight up, the art direction. The sunsets are beautiful. The environment is beautiful. The lighting is beautiful. Yes, obviously, Kratos, the character. It looks better. I'm not going to say it doesn't look better, but the overall art direction of the game is good. Nobody is saying that Sea of Thieves looks horrible. Nobody's saying that. But I'm going to be honest. The game is really short on content. After about like 4 or 5 hours of the game, you're like tired of it. So it's not a game that, unless they really add a lot of content, that I can see myself playing like 2 months from now. It's fun to play with some friends, and do some random shit. And as it being a game, simply a Game Pass title, it's fine. Now, is it a $60 game?
No.
I can't say it is. To be honest with you, I can't say it is with the content that it has. I think, honestly, if I had to rate the game, I'd give it like a 7.
The only tough part I played in that game was,
but it's not gonna be for everybody. Not everybody's gonna like it. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's the second coming and it's the greatest game in the world. It's okay.
No, we're not doing that.
But I can see people
greatest IP this generation. We're not doing that shit over here.
I can see people getting bored with it because after you go to a few islands and get the track, it's kind of the same shit. To be honest with you.
The toughest part of that game that I played was when we went to Skull Island, and it was a raid. You had to be one of the skull bosses, and the skeletons was hard as fuck. They just kept, just hundreds of them just kept coming. You kill 5, 10 of them, then 10 or 20 just keep coming, and I was down like consecutively. That's the only part that I seen some difficulty in. Other than that, it's pretty much either you're going to find a chest,
gotta pay the bills,
or you want to find some chicken and shit like that.
But they all look the same.
I don't know about no black pig though.
All the islands. I think the only thing differentiating missions is maybe when you go fight the Kraken. Maybe that's it apart.
Let me pay the bills here. My man Ant Cancer, and he's asking the same thing I'm asking. He don't want to question anyone's integrity. He needs a show. He said it seems like damage control has kicked in high gear here.
I will say this.
No damage controlling. The game is not the greatest game in the world. It's okay. It's fun to play with friends, and it's good to play in short bursts. That's it. Play for a couple hours.
Niggas got a $500 console.
Need to know when to use the term damage control. If a person is giving their personal opinion about something, that's not damage control. That's just how the person feel about it.
Hey, D, could you do me one favor? I'm a man of very little means and maybe a third. Could you please define short burst?
Honest to tell you, like maybe 2 hours at a time. I can't see myself playing that game more than 2 hours without being bored. I'm being honest.
Yo, when they say that, I think about this GIF I just posted up right now, bro. What's good
Here's the
with
thing.
these,
Hey,
man?
we're gonna pay the bills again.
Yeah, what did he say?
Let's go with this.
Shout out to Steve Tech 809. He says, "I pray for my brothers in the sunken place," and he put a cross in a. Yo, here's the thing though. See, sometimes a good game, could get shitted on simply because of the timing of when it comes out. You know, like let's say with Sea of Thieves, get a better reaction if it would have came out in, let's say, 2016, in the middle of other great games. You see, Sea of Thieves was put in a position where it can't just be a regular game that's good. It was put in a position where this is supposed to be the top game of one of the top games of 2018, only because you went through a year drought. You can't go through a year drought and then release just a regular game. That's not what people are expecting. You know, if you keep people starving for so long, then when you have a big AAA title, they want it to be big. And sometimes, like the way I see it, Sea of Thieves wasn't meant to be on the starting lineup. It's a bench. It's a bench game. It's a game that's supposed to sit next to a Halo, a Gears.
When you put it between,
it's a crackdown. It's like, but the thing is, when you look at the lineup, maybe outside of State of Decay, your big titles are games that aren't meant to be big titles. They're meant to be just good games along with the bit like Crackdown.
I think to compound the issue is that
this is obvious. They don't have shit, bro. They don't have shit.
It was a problem that it took 4 years to make that game, and after 4 years, and it to be still light on content is like
it's still not complete.
My man,
I don't know what's going on at Microsoft. There's some bullshit going on at Microsoft.
You can't lead the charge with Crackdown. Crackdown was never that game. It was a game that
it put up
a little bit before Gears, a little bit. All right, so let's see. Pay the bills. Oh, Lamont, my man said, $2, man, Lamont. You know what I'm saying? A little drink and a biscuit. He said, 4 years for development with no content. What the fuck?
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
It's no end. I mean, it's just I don't know.
There's no way to answer that. Like it's fucking light on content. If he's done it last year, it's fine. But it's like how long is this game in fucking the beta? Like over a year. You're doing like private tests on the Xbox Insider program. Like, come on.
All right. Well, here's a question, right? We have and real shit, right? And again, I'm gonna this ain't no me being funny or with the theatrics. Hey King B, I put it inside the mail today. Hey King B, listen. Hey, I hope I got everything right for you. Everything boxing ready to go. I see you in the chat. Text me and make sure I have your correct address, your brother.
I'm gonna catch y'all later. I gotta get back to work. I was on my break. I had to jump in. Love, man. Have a great show, man.
Yo, take it easy, bro.
All right,
stop lying.
So this dude sound like he in a jail cell. What up with you, Dion?
What up, bro? I'm in my car.
My man's talking from lockup.
Right.
For real. Hey, yo. But anyway, the Xbox hasn't had a big game in about 17 months. 17 months. They haven't had a huge AAA, and outside of like Forza for a car game, but they haven't had. I think the last one I can get was Gears. So, and for them to be the first game up and to deliver, it kind of falls short. And now, like I said, and to be real, like I said, I don't know, maybe just not for me. But hold on, my man, shut up. I got two here. Lion, what's going on here, brother? The countdown to see if these servers in Rare shutdown has begun. You know what? Listen, you guys can at least for the last one. I think only thing that's going to save Rare ass in this game is the fact it's going to be in Game Pass. Hoodstar. Good thing that this thing dropped before State of Decay 2. But what do you guys think was going to save his ass? The fact Game Pass, like, I don't think the game was going to do well. Unless, I don't know. It ain't much. Maybe this ain't for me. Like, it ain't, this ain't the answers, right?
What's the worst part? Let's say, like, and man, I remember one of my podcasts, I think Alex was in there, mentioned it. Can a service like Game Pass, let's say it reaches on Sony, Nintendo, whatever, and they start adopting this model, but for $10 a month, you get all these access to games. Could a service like this cause a drop in quality in content simply because the first party publishers, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo could come back and say, hey, you guys are only paying $10. Like, what do you expect?
No.
You don't think so?
No, if you want people to support this service, you're gonna have to put some good titles in it. Gamers aren't that complacent. But I will say to Game Pass's credit, it made this game successful, because if this game was sold as a standalone with all the reviews coming out now, I don't know how many people would have bought it. But in 24 hours, they had 1 million users playing the game.
Yeah.
But see, that's my point.
Times that 1 million by how much is Game Pass in the States? $10?
Yeah, that's my point.
That's $10 million that they made in 24 hours off of that game.
Yeah, I mean, my whole beef with the whole game is when they talk about how the fun aspect comes in when you're playing with friends, but by yourself, it's whack. It's like that shouldn't take away from the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just don't understand that narrative. Like, why should I have to have my friends to have fun?
When you're with your friends, you're kind of clowning around.
DFC's main problem is that they make a PvP game, and it's not enough players. Like, they try to make it about the experience of you going against other pirate crews, but you barely see them. And if you see them, they run the hell away. So they didn't pack enough in the content-wise, and they didn't pack enough people in the space for it to be compelling.
Man, DRM, you sound like you're trapped in R. Kelly's closet, man.
I'm in my car, bro. It is what it is.
Yo, P Rock, while your man Lionel made his way over here, he leaving donations and all that.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
I gotta scoop the sun up, and then I'll be back in the crib.
We got some more bills. We got some more bills.
Few of them.
You know what I'm saying? So what we got
Lionel.
Vaughn, he said at least a game a way out getting good reviews.
You gotta go more up. Your man Lionel.
But a way out's not out.
He already said it.
Oh, you said it already?
Come out?
Yeah.
What is
Tuesday, I think.
I think come out soon because they already got reviews out for it.
Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
That should be on Game Pass.
And then my man Gauntlet, he said $10 super chat. Thanks for the support. He said gamers are that complacent. Otherwise, y'all Xbox wouldn't exist. Oh shit! This dude.
Stop it.
The gloves is off.
Oh shit!
Wait, a way out. That's an EA game, right?
Yeah, I think that's the EA game.
It's gonna be an EA access. Okay, fine. I can try it out. Try it out now.
And Steve Tech, $2. He says, I don't believe Sony will pick up Game Pass. Not much to gain. I don't know. We're gonna have to.
You know what? Game Pass. No. I disagree. Game Pass is the future, because if they're looking at this right now, for instance, say the Sony guys, let's say they're hating and they're saying, "Look at this mediocre trash game," but they have 1 million players in 24 hours. You know that it made bank, regardless of what you thought. It made bank. I know people sign up for Game Pass just to try that fucking game out.
I'm sorry. You talking about? I forgot. I'm gonna get Megan. I'm saying Ken Megan. I forgot about Megan.
Oh yeah, that nigga's delusional. Bring that dude over here.
Oh shit! I don't know. It's gonna be interesting how this plays out. Because Game Pass, I mean, like let's say if 1 million people did sign up for Game Pass just to try this out, so you got like what 10 million in one day, and then how many is gonna stay subscribed? How much is it to servers? How much they're paying? Not just for think of all the third party. It's just gonna be a lot. I don't know. I know Microsoft is in a better position to invest in this simply because their console's not selling a lot. But I think Nintendo and Sony tried it in a different way with that PSN Now bullshit. I don't know how well that PS Now is working out for them. I think it's failing.
Yeah, because of the pricing structure. That's why it fails. And also because the PS Now, the fucking lag on us is horrible.
Yeah, the streaming, so
it's just really bad.
I think whichever company can implement their services with that, like let's say for instance you get PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live and they implement PlayStation Now or Game Pass, I think that'll put them ahead of each other. Whoever jumps on it first. You know what I mean? Like if they could charge $70 a year and you get Game Pass with it, I think that'd be dope. I know they'd probably lose a lot of money, but they got to do something at this point. Somebody's gonna have to do something at this point.
Now. $60 plus $10. Like,
no, I'm saying it's for the whole year, not monthly. You understand what I'm saying? If you can find a way to make money, that whoever does it first will have a heads up.
My man, here, Classic Love said, man, Game Pass is out because Microsoft got destroyed at the beginning of the generation. They ain't got anything else to offer.
No, I think honestly, to tell you, I'm gonna be real frank here. I think Game Pass and I think the structure of it, I think other companies are gonna follow suit. I think game streaming I think this is the future. So no, I disagree. That's not the reason why they did it. I think it's leaning towards this way, the gaming industry.
The Xbox One came out, but they changed around all their policies. They didn't know how to control licensing and all that stuff, so they just scrapped it for a later date until people got more okay with their original plan without knowing that they got okay with their original plan.
Microsoft took it a little bit step too farther with that always online console. That was the main thing, because I don't think digital game was too much of a problem, because we were doing digital on the PS3 360. That was already starting. You know, they were already offering AAA games to download, you know, the indie games. So people were already doing it. But when Microsoft said, hey, you know, with this console, you got to be connected to the internet, you got to check in, and if you don't, then your shit don't work until you plug it back in. And people that irked people the wrong way.
That was stupid, because that was stupid, because that was for the cloud gaming aspect of it, where you could play the power of the cloud and play your games. Because now all these companies are doing. I just watched a video today. I'm probably gonna do a video about it tomorrow on Shadow. It's just I don't know. It's a new company, and I saw the demonstration of it. And there was no fucking lag. The guy put it from his PC to a fucking tablet to his cell phone. He was playing Street Fighter. There was no fucking lag. Now, what gamer would not want to be able to play with top-notch graphics and not have to actually invest in the hardware?
Well, I mean, you know what? I'll say it like this, right? Especially, you know what? I guess that's the future, but not everyone everywhere has, you know, the best connection. Even sometimes, and I got 300 up, 300 down. Sometimes Netflix buffers for me.
I'm gonna tell you right now, my PlayStation is not connected to because this hotel Wi-Fi or the hotel internet is not good. I'm in Germany, but the hotel internet is not that good, so my PlayStation is not connected.
I mean,
and I'm gonna be in this motherfucker for another 6 weeks.
A Steam-like model, just theirs is way more strict, and it backfired because they assumed that console gamers were going to be okay with PC things without giving them PC prices.
You know what? I think the big mistake was not what they wanted to offer. I think it's the way they went about doing it. Instead of just saying it, they should have showed what it was capable of doing and what you would have got with that service. And I think gamers would have been okay with it. I think it's the whole way they went about doing it.
But at the time, Microsoft didn't really have anything that you couldn't do already. Like, I know
they shouldn't have said shit about it then until they were ready.
Yeah, one of the big things I think they were advertising was like the family game share. Like you could share up to 10 people, right? The only problem was at that time, PlayStation 3 was already doing it with 5. And that was a free network. You see what I'm saying? They really didn't have anything that was foreseeable. Like, you know, you could share your games. I'm like, I was sharing my games with 4 other people on the PlayStation 3. And then, you know, and I was doing it before we even had trophies. It was just how the system was set up. You were able to activate 5 consoles, and we were fucking, you know, we would buy Call of Duty, and 5 of us are playing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So there wasn't really a benefit to this always online console that we reasonably couldn't see. Like we only saw the negative, where if you're not connected, you won't be playing. And then that's where people be like, well, my internet sucks. Well, I'm in the military. Well, I can deploy. Or sometimes I visit, you know, on business trip. Everybody was thinking of all the scenarios where you wouldn't be able to play your games and like thinking like, God damn, I can't play Mass Effect unless my shit's connected, even though it's a single player game. Like, what the fuck?
And that response by your boy Next Gen, that, you know, if you don't have internet, well, we got a console for you. That's the whole thing that fucked the Xbox. That one comment there is what fucked everybody up.
And then you can't blame Sony. Sony did the most brilliant thing in just a 20-second thing. Hey, this is how we trade our games. All right,
yeah, that was the nice.
That killed them.
Right to your face, waving at you. Right.
I think, man.
That was fantastic. What Microsoft should have done, took it away. Like, a check-in system. It has DRM. You have to check in, say that you verify your licenses. You have to do that with Steam. But Microsoft should have not made it daily. That's the first thing. That was stupid. The second thing is, if you had showed things like digital refunds, so basically making GameStop actually obsolete by saying you buy the games digital, hey, we can give you a discount. You'll get them for cheaper, $10 cheaper, whatever, and you can sell your games back digitally and get a stipend refund. Like if you took it to GameStop, that would have killed that alone would have made people like, you know what? I hate GameStop. But if I get $30 and I don't have to leave my house, I might do that. It's the same reason people do lazy. Like the same reason that laziness took over videos and Netflix became what it is because people don't want to leave the house. Blockbuster was charging for you to like stupid shit like that. And then once it came DVDs, they charge you late fees when you can just have it at your house and have it forever. They needed to set up a position where that wasn't a problem, and they needed to put out things that you couldn't do right then and there.
That's a great point. Because in reality, when
back when the $50 game is straight towards a new game.
Yeah, when Microsoft announced this always online, they didn't say anything. They didn't tell us the why. Like, there's this thing in the military, we like to use the word with them. What's in it for me? If I'm gonna listen to you talk, why? Why am I listening to you? And Microsoft didn't do that day. They didn't tell us why always online benefited us as gamers. They didn't tell us anything like digital refunds or trading your games digitally. Or like if I buy a game and I don't like it, can I digitally give it away or sell it to another person? Like things like that. This is why it has to be always online, because you're going to get features and stuff that you can't do anyway. Okay, maybe, but they didn't do that. They didn't say anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they didn't give us features.
Tell you what you're going to do and don't ask you or explain to you why. Or ask you if you're cool with it. They don't do any of that. They just say, this is what we're going to do. And then you're like, why? And they're like, well, we have a console for you. It's called the 360.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? Like, you got to pay some bills.
Yeah.
Warlock, $2 super chat. He says, if Sea of Thieves was a Switch exclusive, folks crying. But I think that goes. You know what? If Sea of Thieves was a Switch exclusive, let's say, I don't think it would have gotten bashed as much as it is now. Only because
the art style.
Well, yeah, the art style is one, so that's more Nintendo-ish. But number two, Nintendo put out so many exclusives that this game wouldn't have been considered like the Mario. Nobody would be looking at this game like, oh, this is the next Mario or the next Zelda or the next big thing. It's just, oh, it's another Switch exclusive. Cool. That I could play on the go. Cool.
Oh, wait, hold up. Pay the bills up. Put about 10%.
And there's another one, $10 Tempest. He says, they create a pirate world and populate it with only player characters. The biggest problem with Sea of Thieves is that the world is dead. Outposts instead of port cities you could visit with your crew.
Good point. NPCs.
Right. As I said, they try to make it a PvP game where you pit against a bunch of other pirates. And the problem is there's not a bunch of other pirates. There's a few other pirates, and you barely see these motherfuckers. So when you go sailing and you see a crew off in the distance, you chase them. Maybe you sink them. Maybe they run away from you for 35 minutes. Like, and then you don't see another crew for an hour and a half. That's a problem.
Is this game like kind of like World of Warcraft? Like there's a whole bunch of people on the map, or do they have segregated servers and they only fit like 20 people, 30 people per server?
They have segregated servers.
How's the game set up?
I think they have a basis server, and then they have a limit for each server. So they have segregated cloud servers, and they have a limit for each server, as opposed to one big ass map with all the people on it.
Yeah. So instead of like putting 200,000 people, or 5,000, they have like virtual servers and like what 20, 30.
They put a
server maybe.
That's what we're gonna.
The game itself is big. 50. It's not 50 crews. I think it's like 50 people. Or somebody in the chat said max 6 ships per server. So that's like 24. Right. So that's like 24 people per server, right? And the map is too big for that shit. Yeah. The map is way too big for that. It needs like, I need to immediately set sail out of a port and be like, oh, it's another crew. Let's do this. That doesn't happen. You go to the island, you can sail around, go island, never see anybody, and be on for an hour and 50 minutes. The reality of the situation. There's not enough people, and that's why the content lacks. They want you to make your own story, but you can't make your own story if there's nothing to make a narrative with.
So it's just dead in the water. Is what you're trying to say?
No,
No pun intended.
No.
Unless they add content quick.
This is the truth, right? Real shit. Real nigga to a fake nigga, right? Check it out, right? For us not to have a game AAA or for 17 months, and for this to be the answer, or this the game, you know what I mean? And that's been hype. This legendary studio. This ain't the goddamn
incoming fire, Phil Spencer.
No, I ain't seen nothing about Phil. I'm just saying this ain't the answer. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? This ain't the motherfucking answer. You know, like, so, I hope that this is not the direction that Microsoft is heading as far as the games that they're going to start to put out, exclusive wise. Like, I don't know. Like, this shit is scary.
E3, this, I mean, I think State of Decay is going to be good.
Yeah,
but this puts even more pressure for E3 because if you start out early in the year, I mean, if you start out the year with bangers,
and listen, you've been going Puerto Rock, nigga, ain't no more. Now these niggas is telling me they got their checkbooks open, right? That's why I fell off the boat, and the deals that they doing now. We ain't gonna get this to the next generation, nigga. So it ain't no more wait to E3, nigga. It's wait the next gen. It's wait the next gen, bro.
Nigga, I heard that. I said these guys are smoking, bro.
Yo, what is
who was that at? That was on BGST.
My man Mega. See the deals are in place right now. Phil hits us, so it ain't gonna be no E3 done. It's gonna be next generation.
Like,
because they already got stuff in line, and
holy
yeah, we ain't doing this, man.
I'm gonna say that real quick. That's stupid as hell. That's stupid as hell. Look, though, like this is the problem, and this is gonna be the problem. And I got a video coming out this week where me and Xbox have a sit down, and I tell them to get their shit together. So we're gonna have a talk because this shit gotta stop. Like the saddest part is this shit can be fixed.
Oh. Yo, bro!
How about
you need to go? You need to go stand next to the satellite.
Let me tell you something. Let's say something.
You gotta hop back in, man.
Yeah, it's just
throat cancer.
Here's the thing. I mean, I can understand. Maybe
I used to swim. Now I may drown.
Yo, I mean, imagine Microsoft releasing exclusives like in 2020, 2021, when the new Xbox comes out. And you sit back and wonder, did we really buy the One X just for superior multiplats?
I think that was
some people are gonna feel some type of way.
But listen, okay, in all fairness,
I'm pretty sure you want a big exclusive for your X, like soon.
Oh, of course I do. No.
Like, you want it soon. Like you don't want to buy a new Xbox. And then you look at the X, like it literally was a Call of Duty machine, like the best. You're like, what the fuck?
I listen. To be fair, I think that was the Pro and the X's job, more or less, the multi-plat boxes. You know what I mean? But if we're gonna say that the next generation is gonna start in 2020, and we don't get something, you're right to take advantage of that $500 goddamn box.
Yeah, it's a dub.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna be out there in the forest praying the trees. I gotta try something else. I gotta try my hand in Norse mythology. I'm gonna become a Wicca. I gotta try something else, bro. You know what I mean? I said believing that Jesus got me here. That shit, wow, man. Like, I don't know what. Like, listen, I don't know what the hell going on here. I can't do it no more, man. I gotta wait for mocap games and all other stuff. You know what I mean? Like this, I didn't have a rough 2 weeks in the goddamn Xbox community, man.
I think you only gotta wait for E3, man. I think this E3 they gotta show the fucking goods. We're gonna know what
it's not a choice. Yo, D is not a choice now. Like
no, it's not.
It's not. Like
they have to. They fucking have to.
Okay, well, D, let me ask you a question. You have to.
D's gonna cut over too. Like the next time you see him, it's gonna be a place.
Contract ready for him.
Hey, but how did we get here? This is the question. How did we get here? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Because if you're seeing these games like Spider-Man's been in production for 4 years, I'm hearing, right?
Yeah.
And looking at like, yeah, because we heard 2 years ago, whatever the fuck the case be, they got the checkbook open. We didn't hear about this shit for a while now, right? How the fuck did we get what we got in 2017?
Well, if we're gonna go by what Microsoft says and take them at their word, these games are being developed. So they've been being developed. You know, Phil came out late last year and he said, listen, we know what's going on. These games are in development. They take time. We don't want to show shit too early. So I think they have these games. I think they've been developed. And I think at this E3, we're going to see some of this shit. Be honest with you. If we don't see it at this E3, then we know they got nothing in the bag.
Oh. Listen, I went to the Microsoft store. You had a bunch of pirates singing songs, instruments, bro. What are they doing?
I think it's also a combination of bad decision on what games they want to release. Like you saw, they have Project Spark, they canceled it. Fable Legends, they canceled it. Scalebound, they canceled it. So that's 3 games right there. You know what I'm saying? That they said, and God knows what other games they didn't greenlight.
Oh, okay. Listen, I got a good thinking, and he's right. My man, the Roham, I said if Sea of Thieves had something like you can go and take over an island that other pirates came for themselves, it would add to the game.
Yeah,
that would be another one, man. Like steal other people's ships
and anything. It just has like one mode. You know, go get the chest, bring it in. You know, get new quests, get more chests, bring it in. You know, go get 4 skeletons. Okay, now you're gonna go against 10 skeletons that have different hats and their eyes are blue instead of fucking green. And the island is a little bit bigger than the last island, but kind of looks the same. And it's like a rinse repeat, like I said. So when you're playing with your friends, yeah, it's kind of fun for a while. You know, you're goofing around with your friends, but it gets stale quickly.
Okay,
they need more content.
Also, I'm not gonna say any names. You got some Xbox guys out there saying it's their game of the generation.
What?
I already know who that is. I say
you're lying, right? You're
crap
lying.
game, and that nigga retarded, bro.
Oh yeah, no, I ain't gonna be messy. That this was the game of the generation.
Well, I don't want to go in on anybody, but I'll say this: if that's your game of the generation and you got pretty low expectations, I'm not gonna sit here and say that the game is horrible because it's not horrible, but it's low on content, and in the state that it's in now, I don't know how anybody can say that's a fucking game of the generation for the Xbox platform. If I had to say the game, of the generation thus far, and I'm like, that's Xbox eccentric, I would say it's fucking Forza Horizon. Wouldn't it be fucking Sea of Thieves?
And it's sad that it has to be a racer that holds it down for you guys.
Got another bill. Classic Love. He says $4.99. Number 1 value meal. He said, D, if Nintendo shows Super Smash Brothers and Bayonetta 3 and it hasn't been E3 2003 yet, why the heck Microsoft can't do the same? I hear excuses.
I think because they're really waiting for. I think this year it's going to be a little bit different. Look, they're in their own theater. They got a huge space to show their shit. I think they're going to come with it this year. They like, let's be honest, they fucking have to. They have to, man. They're about to get curb stomped. Like you all know that. I play on PC, yes, but out of the consoles, the Xbox is my preferred console. It is. Right. But to be honest with you, there's more games on the PlayStation side that I'm looking forward to than the Xbox side. So, and I'm the hardcore. I'm the die-hard. I'm the, quote-unquote fanboy. And I'm saying I'm looking more forward to the Sony titles. So there's a fucking problem. There's a problem. And I don't think they're so blind. Like, they've been coming out and they've been hinting at, we know we have to do this. We know we have to go buy more studios or make new games. Satya, whatever, Nadella came out to the stockholders, said, listen, we're investing more money. Phyllis said, listen, we know you need more games, but they take time. We don't want to show shit early. So I think it's all leading up to this E3. And you know what? If they don't produce, then I don't know. It's not going to be looking really good for the brand, to be honest with you. I really think they will produce. I really, truly believe that. I'm not just saying that shit. I think they will produce this E3.
Okay. All right, well, moving right along. NPD. Sony.
Are we surprised? Can't be surprised. Come on.
Hold on, I'm fucking choking. I'm just choking. Hold on, bro.
Don't down me, Z. Come on, we just signed that contract, B. Need you around.
We gotta check the health insurance.
All right, here we go. And it was close though. I think Sony did like 1.3. Microsoft did like 1.2, and I saw 1 point. And Nintendo did like 1.0. But it says here it's crazy. I'm not gonna say anyone's biased, but since the PS4 beats out the Switch, PS4 came in first, Microsoft second, and Nintendo Switch third. Here's a question: And also, like I said, Nintendo broke a record selling the most consoles ever in 1 year. Do you think that? Do you think Microsoft's ever going to win another goddamn NPD?
Yeah, no,
depending on the game, depending on what, like I said, depending on what they announce at E3, depending on what exclusive games that they have later on this year, it depends. I think they can for sure because these are really close. And then let's think about it. 6-7 months ago, Xbox was getting its ass kicked. It was getting its ass kicked, destroyed. And the fact that they're so close, like 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 apart in sales here, that's good for the Xbox brand. It's still in the race. And the fact that it beat Nintendo this month is a good thing because Nintendo the Switch is selling phenomenally well. So it's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that. We know that the PlayStation is the preferred console of this generation. It's preferred by the casuals. You know, the regular PlayStation is more powerful than the regular Xbox One. So for it to still be in the race and be that close, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's actually a good sign for the brand.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe like with a Halo type game. Maybe with Halo now, I don't know. It's gonna be tougher because God of War's coming next, so that's gonna push console sales. I don't think Detroit's gonna be a console seller, but it's gonna keep the momentum going. Spider-Man's gonna be big, man. I'm telling you, Spider-Man. I think that's probably gonna be. I think Spider-Man might be even bigger than God of War because now you're talking comic book. You're talking, and if Horizon, I'll be honest, I never thought Horizon Zero Dawn was gonna sell 7 million. But if that motherfucker, and it wasn't like packed in, it's not like Uncharted where they have bundles. That shit wasn't bundled. That shit was straight 7 million. So if a Guerrilla game could do 7 million, imagine what Spider-Man's gonna do. That shit is gonna be T Reaper. What the
T
fuck?
Reaper with the 100? The SSI check looking lovely this month.
Shout out to my brother P Reaper. He says he thinks he knows it all, but on Kraken's phone, he will fail at it all. All right, I don't know what the fuck that supposed to mean.
Nigga probably meant to put $1 and put $100 by mistake.
Let me know, man.
He really put $100?
Yeah. He put 100 rubies in that motherfucker, man.
That's just gonna stay. That red bar's gonna stay there for the whole podcast.
Wait, hold on. Give him the. Okay, he gave $100. Give him the respect. What did he say?
A whole bunch of bullshit. He said.
What did he say?
It's a riddle, nigga. What are you ignorant? Read the riddle.
Man, we could talk about this riddle all night. He said he thinks he knows it all, but on Kraken's fall, he will fail it all.
Listen, I gotta get drunk off that seawater.
Hey, yo, that's some real live Batman shit right there. I don't know what the fuck that supposed to mean, Reaper. I don't know if that's a racist remark or what. What the fuck is that, Reaper?
Reaper, repost what you meant there, man.
Damn. You said it right there, bro. Well, hold up. Also, Von Lamont put something here, too. Hold up, Von Lamont.
Yo, whatever happened to that other kid that used to, was it Halo Storm? He sound like a pervert.
You saw him.
Yo, what happened to him? He disappeared.
I saw him in the chat.
He used to be in the podcast.
Reaper, the same person. They sound the same. Act the same. They the same person.
Bro, ever since I exposed them with that
pedophile,
it disappeared.
Give me 1 second.
Motherfucker just paid off Detroit and Spider-Man now.
Hey, look, check it out, right? Von Lamont said God of War. Hey, Reaper, I'm gonna send you the link, Reaper. Hold up. I'm putting it inside your Twitter. Come in and talk your shit. Von Lamont put God of War coverage day before Sea of Thieves overshadowed it.
Ain't
gonna lie though.
God of War didn't even have to push that.
Yeah, they did.
Them leaks, oh my god! Everybody was talking about the God of War.
It's beautiful, man.
Yo, that shit. And
that game is gonna be crazy.
I was crying laughing when motherfuckers first think, man, that shit look like rice. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That shit there was is beautiful. That's that goddamn God of War, and it got like a whole RPG element to it.
All right, I'm back.
You good now?
Yeah, I'm home now.
Oh, all right. My man, he
scoop the little man.
So you at the shelter now?
Had to go scoop the little man.
My man T Reaper dropped his SSI check.
That's got to be your highest single donation ever.
He dropped the C note.
I mean, that's what happens when you lack exclusives. He just has to put the money in the super chat. He's throwing it away.
Shit. My brother T Reaper, man. Listen, hold on, Dwayne. Hey, Reed, what the fuck is your first name again? Dwayne, Thornton, Daniel, what the
Thomas.
Thomas.
Thomas Barker. Thomas Barker.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Just wait it on air, bro. Oh my god.
Look, Halo Stone don't even want to come in here. Dude's like, I'm busy right now.
They can't come in. They're the same person. I didn't tell you.
Hey, all right, but so like I said, yeah, I mean, like I said, we can talk about goddamn God of War. You know what I mean?
Origins Falls where you fight the Kraken, motherfucker.
Oh
Hey,
shit!
Reaper been drinking.
Oh yeah, it's over.
Let me ask you a question, Reaper.
You hit that dust?
Hey, yo, do you like Sea of Thieves?
Yeah, I do, man. I played it for 16 straight hours yesterday, man.
Hey, so hey, T Reaper, you say you played it for 16 straight hours?
Well, I've been playing it for about 24 hours. So what Post-Up said is inaccurate. You actually do have upgrades. You do level up. It is there. What? You do give a lot of cash.
What are you leveling up?
You can level up your guns. I know that. You can get new guns, different guns that blast better. I know that.
Is it more powerful? Like they're more powerful, or they just like sound better?
Halo wants the link.
Gold cutlass, which is the sword. I got the gold sniper rifle, which is the sovereign one, which is the military grade. I'm working on upgrading my what I look like now. And yo, 4-man team's awesome. And D, I respect what you say. You say you can't play it because you get bored. If you play alone, you will get bored. But if you have a decent crew, it's a lot of fucking fun.
But that's where it's backwards. Shouldn't it be where you're alone? It should be fun.
No, because you have more players than people who try to steal your shit. No. You have more people to basically.
But that's what I'm saying. When y'all throw these comparisons, I'm not saying y'all, but when Xbox fanboys throw these comparisons of PlayStation,
this thing is like this thing is fucked up because this shit has so many server glitches. Like legit, we did like 6 straight hours of quest and didn't get a single shit for it. We had to refresh the server for it to actually activate. It was bullshit.
Okay, hold up. Yeah, hold on. Pay the bills. Last money.
All right, Lionel Bolden put God of War, LOL, the Sea of Thieves reviews and slander is overshadowing the game.
No, listen, they was saying that they had a bet here what game was going to review higher, God of War or Sea of Thieves. God damn it!
That's the last.
I knew God of War was going to review higher.
I remember people talking about that was going to be high. I distinctly remember myself saying, no, nigga, that's untrue. I just want to point that out there.
Alex, just to address what you're saying, why can't you play that game by yourself? I'll give you an example. If you go up against other pirates and you're by yourself, you can't load all your cannons.
You'll get fucked.
No, but that's what I'm saying though. It takes away.
No, it's
purchase it again. Because let's say if put it like this. Let's say I bought my kid an Xbox, right? He wants to go play Sea of Thieves. He doesn't have any friends. How is it going to be fun for him?
Supposed to make friends, man. I've come across 4 different PC motherfuckers. I've come across 3 minors, and I've come across randoms that don't know how to raise the fucking anchor.
It still doesn't sound like fun. I mean, like I said, I'll give it another shot. But
also, if you play it by yourself, you can also find like
it automatically matches you with randoms. But it's a lot more fun if you play with people that you actually know and trust to watch your back.
Actually, I think it's kind of fun to play at randoms too. To be honest with you, I mean,
you meet new people, D. You meet a lot of Europeans.
Listen, D. We trying to work on this contract. Don't soften the blow, man. We gonna work on your contract.
So what you did for 24 hours straight? Like,
we did skeleton shit. We did the Skull Island about twice. We got a lot of fucking gold from doing that. And it was funny because this we were legitimately chasing this galleon. We chased this motherfucker off the map. We sank him because we were chasing him and he ran off the map and he sunk his ship. And then we turned around and then we did the Skull Island. There was 2 galleons. They killed all the skeletons and then we killed both of them. We sunk their ships and we stole their shit and then just turned it in for gold. And shit was awesome. So we just still did shit.
I'll admit when that happens, when you're fighting like another crew, it is fun. But the problem is it doesn't happen enough.
Right.
That's the problem.
Yeah, I mean, it's not fun by yourself. It's not fun with all these server issues. It's not fun with these fucking achievements not fucking working. It's bullshit. Been playing for 24 straight hours, and I only have like 3 achievements that work. I killed the Kraken this morning. I still didn't get that achievement. Microsoft, what the fuck? Please give me my achievements. You've been promoting this shit for at least 2 to 3 years. You had so many server betas and so many like freaking alphas. You would think that you add crossplay, Game Pass, and exclusive. You would think the servers would be overloaded. Come the fuck on.
Okay, Reaper, let me ask you a question. I haven't spoken to you in a long time. Last time I spoke to you, I think I sold you some crack on the Parkway. All right, but okay. Since the last time you made that drug transaction on the New Jersey Parkway,
Oh my God!
Are you satisfied with the exclusives that Microsoft has given us within the last year?
Within the last year, no. But all I need is Halo. All I need is Gears. All I need is Forza.
You're not tired of playing the same shit, my nigga?
No, I'm not. I'm happy, bro. I am totally happy.
You're happy with playing the same shit?
Give me Halo 6 and I will be golden. I will be happy. Give me Halo 6 and I'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean,
give me Shadow.
That little $100 donation you gave about to be cut short.
Fine.
Cut this nigga off the podcast, yo. This is the PlayStation podcast, yo.
Yo, give me God of War. Make sure that God of War is over 25 hours and I will be fine. If I beat that shit in 12 hours, I will be pissed. Because I got the Mixed Edition, $150 statue edition. I cannot wait.
I will say that if Halo 6 did drop and it brought it back to like how Halo used to be, that could really save the brand a lot, because Halo was dope back in the day, and the last one I just wasn't fucking feeling it. I'm sorry. I'll be honest with you. The last one I never cleared, and that's the first Halo game I never cleared. I just played. It's like, it just sucks. I just couldn't.
Halo 5's problem is Halo's campaign. Like, this is 343's issue. Halo 4, they went real like ultra deep into the story. Not enough Halo.
Halo 4's story was depressing.
And not enough Halo. Right. They changed how they do the narrative of Halo. Halo 5, they tried to go all the way in the opposite direction, except for they didn't give you the thing that people care about Halo for, which is Master Chief. You introduced a new dude, and they could have made it dope.
Spoil it for me, man. I mean, I probably would never play it, but
it's whatever. You introduced a new dude, you could have made it dope. It was supposed to be Master Chief versus the new dude. Where's Locke? That's from you can see that shit that's in every trailer. It's supposed to be that. It's not.
Hold on, pay your bills, Lionel.
I got a new sponsor to my channel. I got two today. I got two sponsors. Thank you. My man Gauntlet. I got a new sponsor to my channel, and I appreciate it, good brother.
Welcome
God,
aboard.
Great God. I'm sorry.
Lionel, my man Lionel said God of War fell out. The Sea of Thieves reviews and slander is overshadowing the game. More people are talking about Sea of Thieves negatively than God of War.
No, Podrock, I respect the negative shit, because the negative shit, there's so many server problems that it makes me want to go to Microsoft and bash Phil's face in. I swear to God. And it should have common sense that your servers would be overloaded. It should have common sense that you would have issues. But come on, you've been doing this for 3 fucking years. You should have common sense.
Okay. Well, so what you're saying here now? Listen, Reaper, we have new policies here. Since you left the show,
it's a drug-free environment.
It's a drug-free environment. Okay. Now I know, almost air quill, little tuna. I get abilified. But with that being said, you're gonna sit here with a poker face, nigga, that you were satisfied with Lucky Tales.
I didn't play Lucky Tales, so I can't say that.
What about Zoo Tycoon?
I wouldn't play no freaking Zoo game, period.
That's Microsoft.
Okay,
if I want to play Zoo Tycoon, I can just go to the regular Zoo, man.
Okay, but listen, that's all we had in 2017.
No,
he said he wasn't happy. He said last year no. He said that.
I'm sorry. Okay.
He said that he wasn't on one then. He put the pipe down. He said the truth.
I'm happy with Sea of Thieves. I'm not thinking that State of Decay 2. Dude, I'm not gonna play that. I might play Crackdown, I might not. Next game that I'm gonna play is Far Cry 5 next week. Then it's God of War in April. Then Vampire game looks actually pretty dope. Red Dead Redemption 2, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, new Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and the new Battlefield, and possibly new Titanfall. We're not gonna get a new Halo this year, and if they remaster Halo 3, I'm gonna be so pissed.
I'm not mad. Halo 3 was the shit, but
Halo 3 is garbage.
I guess. But what's your favorite Halo? Hold on, let's get into it.
My favorite Halo is Halo 2, and then it goes Halo 5.
Okay. Well, yeah, you bugging. Halo 5 is trash, but
Halo 5 multiplayer is the best multiplayer since 2.
Yeah, it is. That's why it goes 2. That's why it goes 2 and 5. Maybe you think it's trash because you suck at it. I don't know.
Never. Go look at my stats, my nigga. Go watch your mouth, my nigga. That little $100 you put in there don't mean nothing. We'll get you out of here, bro.
Hey, yo.
Come on, I don't need to be so hostile. Leave P Reaper alone, man.
my man Ruham, $2.99 super chat. He says Reaper's walking the plank.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Hey, no, Reaper.
I didn't walk. We didn't walk the plank.
Well, here's the thing, though. Hey, check it out, right? Real talk, Reaper. Now look at you. You what you call a diehard bot, right?
Yeah.
To be honest with you, Sea of Thieves is not a bot type game.
No, it's not. It's a multiplayer game. It's people that want to be social. Like you can't, like if you get matched with randoms, they have to have a mic because if they don't communicate, you're not gonna get shit done on the actual ship.
I was too much on that online, bro.
Hey, Reaper.
Online is heaven, man. I'm sorry.
Hey, yo,
it's an online-based game. Come on, it is.
I was on that boat for an hour. My man went.
I was on that boat for 16 hours.
My man went took 2 shits, came back, and then after about an hour, 20 minutes of riding this boat around, we had to go find a black pig. Yeah, we ain't about to do this, man. Yeah, I don't even listen. I was done. No,
with the super chat, the riddle of the Kraken's Fall is where you fight the Kraken. So like you think you know it all, but I bet if you fought the Kraken, you would die.
Whatever drugs you want, send that this way, my nigga.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna try it again. Maybe you guys could open up a spot for me in my live streaming and walk it in with an open it. I'm just
I'm gonna join it.
Yeah, I don't know. That it just wasn't for me. But like I said, we're going for it. We got because now again, like I said, I'm gonna ask you guys a question here. Now during BGST, we got some rumors that the next Forza game is going to be a go-kart game. Type.
Oh my god!
We're gonna get a Halo spinoff, something cel shaded, and a Gears of War spinoff. But at the start of the next generation, they're gonna meet Sony there with Gears, the full Gears, the full Halo, and full Fable 4. You know what I mean? I guess if they don't answer the call as far as like E3 and stuff, and I mean, and say the next generation starts in 2020, can Microsoft even compete?
Well, if you don't show me a new Halo for in the next 2 years, then you don't automatically win an E3 for me. So,
hold on. Do we got to pay bills?
Okay,
I got to pay bills real quick.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lionel Bolden with the 5. He said, Nino Cooney on Metacritic chilling with the 85. Like, what about me? Sony, why ain't nobody talking about this game?
That's not my thing, man.
It's a neat title.
It's not my thing, man. Not everything Sony comes out with, I'm in love with. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not my thing.
Shout out to Gauntlet with the $10 said, if T Reaper say one more stupid thing, oh man.
Oh, don't worry. See, say something. I got you.
Hey yo.
Which reminds me. So as I was saying before, I went into the sunken place. Microsoft problem, and I'm gonna address all this in the video, is that they could solve this shit with 3 YouTube videos of game announcements. Like literally, just some shit that looks real, that looks like it deserves the Xbox One X.
You just want some hope. You just want some hope.
Like I said, Sony been selling it for years, and it works. Microsoft
Sony been giving you
this damn business of selling.
Sony's been giving it to you. There's a difference.
Sony wasn't giving it to you at the beginning of this generation.
Whoa. Slow down. Hey,
fuck all that. Microsoft ain't giving it to you at all in the last year and some change. Sony wasn't giving it to you in Microsoft 3. They were sprinkling that shit at you and then selling you hope. The difference is that Microsoft at the beginning of this generation, it was giving you shit, and then all the hope that they were selling should have already been out, and they should have had new stuff coming out. Sony been selling you hope this entire generation. Now they're delivering on the hope. So right now, gamers are a what have you done for me lately type of people, and right now Sony is delivering the things that they promise. Microsoft, they don't even promise shit. That's the problem. You can't tell me that you're gonna put out something if you never even told me it exists. And Microsoft's problem has not changed. It's just not gonna change until they put out literally 3 YouTube videos of 3 different games with realistic graphics and said this is the power of the X.
Diabetic game.
All this conversation would stop. All this conversation would stop. This entire conversation would be me. I'll give you some.
Yo, this shit is foul. Yo, I'm reading on Twitter. Somebody said that Sea of Thieves is a planet on No Man's Sky.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck though. I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck. Look. I ain't gonna lie. Microsoft, we got our No Man's Sky this generation, bro. I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck. Now listen.
It's not as bad as No Man's Sky.
Shit, me. Listen,
No Man's Sky.
This is the difference. This is the difference.
Disaster. Come on.
This is the difference. And I'm gonna tell you what the difference is between No Man's Sky and Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves is Microsoft's baby itself. No Man's Sky, as soon as No Man's Sky dropped and it was full of shit, Sony got was like, Olivia Pope, take care of this, and they immediately was like, that ain't my fault. We ain't never touched that game. We ain't had shit to do with it. We ain't been promoting it on every E3 stage for the last 3 years. Man, them niggas got away from that real quick.
They hit the
ninja smoke bomb like it wasn't shit. They was like,
Sean Murray's Twitter went dark. Right. Sony hit eject.
So Sony was like, it was all on him. Go get his ass.
I mean, listen.
They was like they was sitting behind everybody handing out pitchforks. Sony did the smartest thing they could have done was distance themselves. This ain't our fault. This Hello Games.
And I was looking forward to that game.
They definitely, you know what really is hurting this game too. Microsoft had that Inside Xbox like 3 weeks ago. Shit out of this game.
And I didn't even watch Inside Xbox for Sea of Thieves or State of Decay. I watched that simply to watch Far Cry 5 interview. That's all I watched it for.
That's sad because that's
multiplayer.
And it was so freaking boring as hell. I don't need to watch Major Nelson play the accordion. I don't need to watch that.
Yo, my whole thing is that they kept on with the theme, bro. At the Microsoft store, they had some pirates, bro. I can't even make it up.
That's another thing that's also in my video. Microsoft. Nobody gives a damn about the 3,000-year-old Major Nelson. I'm sure he is a cool dude. I'm positive of that. Sure. He does not need to be on any more screens. He doesn't. He keeps trying to be the hip old dude, and he just looks like the old dude in the club that be like, "Hey, Carol, come here."
Let me a few times. He's a stuck-up dude, bro.
Like, stop that shit. Stop it. Stop it.
Real stuck-up dude. He think that shit.
I heard Major Nelson wasn't that friendly.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
He needs to get the hell off the camera. That's what needs to happen.
Greenberg is a cool cat.
That man, he makes Microsoft sound old while showing off games that are geared towards kids. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Hey,
like
that
Jackson gloves.
Hey, yo, he looks like what's that pervert name from Family Guy? yeah, Marv. What's that motherfucking name? Nah, I think he on real shit. I think he's too old for that. Yeah,
the brand, right?
They ain't gotta fire him. You know what I mean? But they
been around so long, right?
He can control all that shit from behind the scenes. He doesn't need to be the spokesperson for everything. He doesn't.
I got him
bring new faces to it.
I got him on Instagram. Your man's he be hype about having makeup on his face, like I'm about to get baked. Like,
hey, yo, they need somebody like Jay Allard again. You know what I mean? That cool hip guy for the 3-way.
Them days is over, man. Like I said, the only hope Microsoft got that they can't even get any worse than what it is right now for this E3. So whatever they do come out with is gonna like the best E3 because it's been dog shit for the last I don't know how many.
Carlos Fernandez, what's going on, good brother? Yeah, with my fucking phone ringing. Yeah, but you know what I mean. Yeah,
that's Phil calling me right now.
I know, right? Telling me to
cut your shit out, Z.
It's Phil calling me right now, telling me to cut
your
my
bullshit.
Shit. Yeah, you know what I mean. But I guess like I said, okay, we can close the show with this here. 2018 E3's here. June 10th, June 11th, or
12th, I think. Is it
June 12th? Okay.
It's 10th, man.
Okay.
Microsoft is on the 10th.
My man Ant Cancer cutting his shit. He said, "No Man's Sky has a higher Metacritic than No Man's Seas." God damn it!
Yo, Z killed me with that right there. Damn it! God damn it!
Yeah, you know what I mean. For real, diabetic gaming. Said Root business, motherfucking shit, man. Yeah, man. Listen, I don't know. I listen. Maybe I'm a little biased. I've never been a fan of Rare and the whole art style. Maybe if they made it like that. What's that shit called? Skull and Bone or Prize? The Ubisoft one. That looks interesting. You know what I mean? That looks fun. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
Hey, listen, man. You need to pump out more than videos, man. That shit's entertaining as hell.
Well, hey, man, I was in my bag, man. I
need you in your bag some more, so I'm gonna have to have
hey, listen, they're gonna piss me off again. I ain't gonna lie, something else gonna happen. They're gonna piss me off again with that dog shit. You know what I mean? But
dog, hilarious, bro. This guy's hilarious.
What's that? You said we got What's this, March? March. Okay. So we got about three. We got about 3 months before E3? About 90 days or so, give or take.
3 months.
Yeah, 3 months. Because at the beginning, okay. What are your guys' predictions?
You want to do that now? It's
yeah. Listen, man, we fucked up over here on the Microsoft tip. We need something. These Xbox needs something. Because now they say, oh, no, wait, the next generation.
Wait till next generation. That's retarded.
They're going to announce Halo. That'll be their E3 focus.
I just hate hearing it. Halo, Gears, Forza is like, I need something
new,
new, boy.
I need that.
I mean, it's cool, but it's just like
you're right.
Not hearing it.
They ain't gonna abandon that $1 billion franchise ever.
Oh,
no, of course not.
It, right.
But wouldn't you like Z been saying? Wouldn't you want your first party developers making other shit aside from the Halo, Gears, and Forza? I would love to see what else they got in their arsenal. You just never know what untapped potential is there, bro. That's the way I see it.
I agree. They need to. It's not even so much like I keep saying. I don't give a fuck if they make Halo, Gears, and Forza, and that's what 343 and them do. I don't give a fuck about that. I want them to make more studios making more things. So the 80 people that they could have at 343 making another thing, just make another studio with them motherfucking people.
Somebody said Elite Controller.
Move them to one of the other.
I can't wait for the second Elite controller. I've bought 3 of those Elites so far.
God damn it!
I want another.
I think we're gonna see a new Fable. I think we'll
see the Fable because it was already announced.
I think we're gonna see the Gear spinoff. I think that kart racing Forza shit. I think that's some type of DLC because I can't see them just releasing a Forza that's simply a kart racer. I think that might be something.
I think they just throw themselves under the bridge.
Yeah, that's probably some DLC. And I think they'll end with a Halo 6 teaser. Be honest with you,
it'll probably be like whatchamacallit. Because in actual racing, in order to get up to racing, you start at kart racing. What
they're saying, the rumor is
something like that.
They're gonna for far as next year, that's gonna be the racer. And then when in 2020, when the next generation start, they're what's Turn 10 is taking like a couple years to really revamp the new Forza for the next generation hardware, so it can be like some next level shit. That's what they're saying, and they're giving Forza, instead of doing another Forza Motorsport, it's gonna be Forza kart racing, and the Motorsport is gonna hit you at the start of the generation. That's what they're saying. I don't like the Motorsport.
My whole thing is I don't think Microsoft get any worse than what they're doing right now. So I don't know.
It is bad, when you got Nintendo out there out hustling, you releasing more exclusives.
I called that. I told you last year, man. I told you. Y'all kept clowning me. You playing that bullshit?
Oh, I don't give a fuck about that system, but yeah, they are releasing more, software wise, hardware, exclusive thing.
It would be embarrassing if they outsell that Xbox.
I don't know. Me personally, I'll give credit where credit is due. The Switch is selling like crazy. We got it for the kids. The kids, they like it. Me personally, I'm not a fan of it. I went into EB Games the other day, and I was talking to some guy in there, the guy that works in the store. And he's like, I said, oh, what's your favorite system? He goes, the Switch. I said, the Switch is a fucking grown-ass man. This guy had to be like in his 30s. Mm-hmm. He was like, the Switch is like the Switch. And I go back, I said, the graphics, man, they don't even compare to the PS4 or the Xbox One. He goes, oh, man, when I'm playing my Switch, I can't even tell the difference. I was like, oh, man, this guy's on one, man. So I don't know. For the kiddies, I can understand the kids wanting the Switch. I completely understand that.
It's dope, man. I'm telling you. You don't have one, right, Z? I mean, D?
No, I honestly tell you, I don't. Well, the kids have one, so there is one in the house, but right. I don't touch it. Like we were playing NBA on it, and like the first thing the kid said to me when he fired up NBA, he's like, "Why is the shot different? Why I'm pressing the button to release the shot, but it's like it's coming up afterwards." I was like, "Oh, I had to explain to him that it's 30 frames per second, and when he plays it with me on my system, it's 60 frames per second." And he's like, "Oh," and like I don't know, I don't know. I play on PC and Xbox One, and even my PS4 Pro, and self-admittedly, I'm a graphics whore, and it just doesn't fucking appeal to me because I have those games on my system that look a zillion times fucking better. I just can't fucking do it.
I mean, I
just can't.
When it comes to that, I just don't care about the look of the game. My whole thing is the experience. So the fact that I could detach the Joy-Cons and turn into 2 players right there on the go is dope. Like, there's so many things that's dope about that little console. It's just for me, it's just the online that's just makes it
not for me, bro. And after that shit that I saw with that Shadow Play, where I could take my Xbox controller, snap it onto my fucking phone, and I could play like PC like graphics on my phone through the fucking cloud with no lag. Why the fuck would I ever want to fucking switch? Straight up.
Yo, just to jump off topic real fast, that PUBG on mobile, that shit is fire, man.
Yo, the Fortnite on mobile. Holy shit, that looks pretty good.
Yo, that PUBG got the voice chat and everything, man. You put your little headset in it. Apple headphones.
PUBG on mobile crossplay though?
I don't know, but I know that PUBG is crazy.
Fortnite's
yeah, they're probably getting owned by the console gamers.
Yeah. I'm fucking Fortnite smacking PUBG right now.
Yeah,
smacking them. Isn't that like a smack to the face from Microsoft because they were banking big on PUBG?
No, because PUBG is still doing good. It has like almost 6
it's doing good, now. But that Fortnite
you know what killed
great.
it?
You know what I'm saying?
That 60 frames killed it. With that 60 frames, it was free, and the Battle Royale mode, that was a wrap.
The best thing
about it
that ever happened to PUBG was going to console, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because they made it so that the development cycle ramped up really fast. Like they didn't put out shit for like 7 months, and then all of a sudden they went to Xbox. Now they got a spring roadmap and all this other shit. Like that is the best thing that happened to them. And Fortnite came in and gave them another kick in the ass.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They needed to happen.
They need to get the game up to fucking speed. There's no reason why that game can't be running 60 frames per second.
I'm crashing. Fuck, 6 players left on the map. I crash. By the time I get back, I'm dead. I'm like, come on,
I ain't playing. Hold up. Lionel Buggin, you said, Alex, it can definitely get worse. He says, Phil better bring everything he's been traveling around the world for, a better trailer.
Yeah, you better not bring me any freaking indies, because you bring me indies, I'm gonna be pissed.
They ain't not all indies. Stop. Listen, man. Yo, T, man, you got me pushing my buttons, man. Chill.
I want some
that
big
PUBG, man. I don't know, man. They gotta work faster. They getting their money, so you gotta have a bigger team.
No, Alex, like last year, he's like, Phil was like, yo, we'll show a lot of games at E3. We'll show a lot of games. We'll show a lot of games. And
but
then
that's your man. That's your console choice. And
then E3 comes around and he shows half indies.
It sounds like the Jag that say he gonna come.
Technically, he didn't lie, but he technically told a white lie.
Oh shit! White man told a white lie. Don't start that relationship, Reaper.
Although they did go a lot of indies, there was 5 really good indies that I liked.
Ain't no wrong indies. World, the Hong Kong Massacre is an indie. That should look fine.
Indies are fine. Indies is what got PlayStation through the first 3 years. The problem is that with the indies, you can't drop shit like Sea of Thieves and expect it to not get drowned in the indies. Like if it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, but it's made by a AAA studio, it's still a fucking duck.
As a matter of fact, I forgot who said that Sea of Thieves could be a PSVR game. I forgot who said that. I was dying, man.
That's probably true. Yeah. It probably would be a better experience in VR, except people get sick. But still, like.
I wouldn't want to do Sea of Thieves in VR now.
See, the problem was PlayStation Play. They had exactly how they should have at the beginning. It was cheaper. They had the more powerful system, and then when, as far as games, they said we have all these games coming out. We ain't gonna tell you when, but they're gonna come out. They sold you that hope. Then they put out these indies and they push those real hard. But every so often, you get you an Infamous Second Son. Then you get you a Bloodborne. Then you get you an Uncharted. And then we get to now where Microsoft is tumbleweeds, like them just tumbleweeds everywhere. And Sony is dropping all the hope that they gave you at the beginning of this generation. They pulled along on the strength that they had all the advantages. Now they're dropping everything that they gave you hope for. They did it the correct way.
But I feel like when you talk about all that, I feel like it's more of, damn, we're losing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's not even on a game level. It's just that you feel like, oh, we're just getting obliterated. You know what I'm saying? We're getting killed by Sony. It's just like, I would just want y'all to care more about the games and not the numbers. You know what I mean? Like, that's my thing.
It should always be about that. You know what? Yeah, the numbers are nice to play with and whatnot.
Right.
At the same time, we ain't playing fucking numbers. We need to play fucking games.
Exactly.
I agree with you there.
I like this new D, man. See, I can get along with this man right here, bro. We playing PUBG tonight, man.
Pay the bills. Shout out to Scott with the $5 said Kingdom Come Deliverance is an indie game, but that shit's fire in the gameplay and graphics department.
I mean, I got through the first I got through the first 6 hours of it, and then I got bored of it.
Hey, listen,
but it definitely looks better than every Xbox.
I'll beat it eventually.
As far as
compatibility. P Reaper. And I told you haven't been here in a while, and I told you this is a drug-free environment. We would hate to question your integrity.
Oh.
You got bored. Listen, I believe you. You got bored with that game in 5 hours, but you've been on that boat for 16 goddamn hours.
I said,
cut this goddamn mic off.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
So you've been on that boat for 16 hours.
Nothing wrong with the game. It's just I got bored of it.
What? Sea of Thieves?
No, Kingdom Come.
Pause.
Yo, I'm talking about Kingdom Come. I have it. I got like 6 hours into it, and then I got bored of it.
My son P Rock fell out. It's like 3 in the morning over there, man.
Kingdom Come Deliverance is not for everybody. Just like see things like Kingdom Come Deliverance is Skyrim without the powers.
Yeah,
or less. Listen, it's a good game though.
Yeah, it is actually a really good game.
Yeah,
I just couldn't stick with it. It was just like it was just boring.
Before we close the show, I just want to ask you, Z. I see that PlayStation thing in the background there.
Shout out to my man Carl from the UK. Did you get me this? He's sending me this for me to sign up with the PlayStation Nation.
So you got that as a signing bonus in the contract.
And I got some PS Plus. Yeah, I'm rocking over here.
So I'm gonna need that in my proposal, please. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I got the light right there. You know what I mean. I told him I was gonna represent. You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
He doing the big, man. I'm proud of my man Z, man.
Yeah, while you Xbox doing, y'all gonna render me unconscious. You know what I mean? Talking that slick shit.
What you say? Beat the blood out of you?
Yeah. In all seriousness, I really want to address that. Like, you know, it's all fun and games here, but I know some people are really taking this shit way too far. And I gotta be honest. You have to look at our fucking brand right now, and take a look in the mirror and say, are we really getting the best that we can get out of our console of choice? PlayStation right now, they're producing these games, and we used to make fun saying, oh yeah, these games are, you know, they're like fucking 3 years out the road, These games are fucking dropping now. These games are dropping now, and we don't have our games dropping, and we have to be honest about it, you know, in all honesty. And if you love your brand, you want them to do better. And how are you gonna get them to do better without voicing that opinion? If you be complacent, you're gonna get the same old shit time and time again, man. So all jokes aside, there's nothing wrong with loving your platform, but wanting more from it. Straight up.
Thanks.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed the multiplayer podcast tonight, please do me a favor, hit the like button. Now, listen, this week you might get something special right here. My man Jimmy B Gaming, aka Jimmy B Botton, he supposed to bring his boys. They supposed to see his and gears. He apologized for calling me 6:30 in the morning, screaming that he knows me. It was like weird. It was a weird show last night. I don't know what the fuck up with that dude. That motherfucker weird, man. That ain't gonna lie. James is a goddamn liar. That motherfucker's lying.
Real talk. He was like, really, believe me. Look, I'm saying this honestly. Believe me. I'm saying this honestly. Nigga, if you gotta say that before everything you say, you about to lie, bro. Yeah. Like that's the what had happened was a liar, my nigga. Like, get the hell out of here, man.
Yo, but who did that montage? That was you or him? That video montage that you posted. He was on the phone on that.
Oh, hold on. Shout out to Delane the King said A Way Out drops tonight. Oh, okay.
Oh, EA Access?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna download that. And I want to say one more thing out there as we're going through these pony negotiations for this contract here.
There we go.
And you can send your proposals to my Twitter D_batch. You know, I'm out of PS Plus. You know what I'm saying? So that could sweeten up my decision to joining the Pony Force.
You got him, man. Like I said, 2-year contract. We got you, man. Z got the 5-year contract.
I extended it to 7. When they sent me that light,
7? Damn.
I do 2 more. So in my contract, I can't bash Sony for 7 years, or the start of the next generation where I can opt out. You know what I mean? So Sony launched with that opt out too.
You got a no trade clause.
Hey, yo, if Sony lost, hey, look. If Sony came out on with the PlayStation 5 with that next 3, Killzone 19, and then Octodad 28, they gonna get that work. Then I can opt out my contract. You know what I mean?
I'll say this: competition breeds excellence. I know Microsoft doesn't like to be clowned. I know they don't like to be number 2, and I'm hoping that all this shit that Sony's been doing and the beating that they've been receiving from Sony will motivate them to really step their game up. And I'm betting on them to do this at E3. And if they don't, I don't know. The platform's real trouble.
And this is the problem. It's not. And it's not going to because they're making money losing. It's that simple. If you still making money taking an L, it ain't an L to the people that pay your paychecks. That's just the reality of the situation. We love gaming. We love gaming. So to us, that needs to happen. Me as a stockholder, though, I don't give a fuck which division is making me money, as long as it's making me money.
Nah, man. As a stockholder, if I know that say the company's bringing in 80%, but say 70%, and I know they can bring in 100% if they up their efforts. I want them to do 100%. I'm not just satisfied with that 70%.
I want it, but as long as my growth projection still says upward stream, then you're doing what I require of you, which is continue to make me money and keep making me more money. Their revenues keep going up, even though they're taking an L this entire generation.
I'll say this in all honesty, I don't care if people want to fucking clown on it. The Xbox One X really saved their fucking ass because look, they're within spitting distance of Sony in the monthly sales right now. The Xbox One X saved their ass at being a more capable console for the multi-plat, but that will only last so long. They need to produce these exclusives. That's all I'm gonna say on that matter anymore.
All right. Well,
that's true statement, because they was anemic as shit. They was selling like under 100. Now they in the millions. They up there back in second place, still first loser, but whatever.
Again, next gen. What do you say? Next gen couldn't flip that shoulder like when K Mega asked him, just give me shit out. But anyway, listen, thank you all for rocking out with the multiplayer podcast. I will be back tomorrow with some more foolery and fuckery, talking some more shit, baptizing you jokers, and PlayStation Nation. I'm bugging the fuck out.
Hey, my God.
Hey, thank you for rocking out, though. It's your boy, I'm out of here, man. Also, look out for that P Rockin' Next Gen show where we got to get the hours down, Pat. We
Let me plug my shit. I got my shit coming out real soon, man. So sit down.
You have to take some Pay the Bell pies and shit, right? With the white gloves.
White gloves all day. Oh shit. Yeah. Oh man.
Man, Biscotti Mob. Shut up, Biscotti. Is that Mr. Biscotti Mob? It said next gen keep criticizing Microsoft till they can get better. Just gotta be honest, man. And for someone to spend over $2,000 with their hardware alone this generation and what they're giving me, the fact that I can get some, they tease me with a sequel of a Super Lucky Tales and then DLC. I can't get a Rise 2 or Quantum Break 2 or Sunset Overdrive 2. It's a problem, man. You know what I mean? A shout dropped Unchained. But again, shout out to everybody. Shout out to the new sponsors on my channel. Listen, I will, I do have some exclusive stuff that's on the Patreon. Hit me on Twitter. Make sure you follow ZAIRE 2005. So when that stuff goes in the Patreon, I will send you the links also in your DM so you can see some of the exclusive shows and stuff like that too.
Plus, the bullies got some things coming up for y'all soon. Yes. Like some big things. So look out for that on the horizon because we working. Trust me, we working out here for y'all. So we got some big groundbreaking things happening coming up here soon for y'all.
All right. So anyway, we out of here, man. Bacon grease.
Take it easy.